Where I grew up, we were in the wild, a croft surrounded by the sea, by the hills. When I was pretty, I was so eager to go outside. Sometimes even before my fox would realise I was out the door, I'd go down to the Ebb and I'd poke about and look for crabs and silks. Or I'd wander up along the burn and spang fae bank to bank wherever I could to see if I could mak it. Go up to the furthest and highest hill to see a' about me and to see the sun for as long as I could before he set. My folks weren't too worried. They always gave me advice on how to be safe. Like when you're wandering down to the banks, you should always clap and make a lot of noise so the dratsies ken you're coming and you don't a corner one in at the banks and get bitten as they try and mak for the sea. But also to no stay at the banks after dark, for the muckle of ye, a sea demon might come crawling out. And then wandering up along the burn, Dad would tell me be careful of the fast running water, for in it's where the nuggles hide. And if you get too close, they'll drag you in. And I might go right up to the top of the hill, but Dad would say, get home afore the murkening. Be below the hill dick that stands at the old township that separates the green girths frae the heathery wilds. For if you're up in the wilds in the dark of night, that is when the trows will get thee and tak you to the trowie homes beneath the hills where they live and mak do work for them, or where eat you for their tea. And this hill dick that Dad would speak o' knew when we live it's rumbled down in pieces. It's been removed and ploughed up, rods scarring through where it once stood tall, a sheep had in wa, knew only lying in fragments. But Dad has walked me along it many a time and shown me where it used to stood. So even in an empty park, I can tell you on which side you're safe for the trows or no. And often Dad would take me up into the far hill, whether we were canning the sheep, or checking the fences, or even just for Sunday for a walk. And he'd keep me safe with different stories. He'd say, running water is for whiz to drink for the burn, but the still pools of water, that belongs to the trows. If you drink it, they'll turn you to stone. And as a pretty lass, I would walk in my dad's footsteps, most literally, in the imprint his boots would leave, whether we were platching through the mud or crumping through the snaw, and I'd have to stretch my legs to keep up with his long strides. But I could follow him even if he's ahead of me. For up in the hills, the burns over time have cut into the pit mould, almost like carving corridors in the land, like sections of mazes. And sometimes Dad would be far up ahead, or if we were canning sheep in different parts of the park, my brother or there, my sister, my dad. But Dad would say, if you ever get lost, just follow the burn back down again. Follow the burn down the stream, down the hill, for they all come together and lead you home. I mind one day when you're up canning sheep, and the sheep were in one part, the dog was in a completely different part of the hill, and we're headed back down again. But at least the sheep were at the right place. And I was walking further and further ahint my dad. It was a fine summer day. The ground was hard. There's no footprints that I could see in the mould. And there I would have to go along the tops of the heathery hills and scramble and slide down the pit mould banks and cross the stream and climb up the next one. And at one point I realised I'd not seen my dad for quite some time. And I started to get fair. And there I was walking along this kind of corridor by the burn with these wa's, the pit mould beside me, and I heard voices. But I immediately kent it wasn't my dad's voice. They were like old voices, but higher pitched as even I would have spoken as a lass. And I could make out some of the words they were saying, like they could see me but I couldn't see them, and they were laughing. And I was so fit. I was like, this is the trows. This is the trows in the hill, and I'm way beyond the hill dick. And even though it's a bright sunny day in summer, they're there. And I scrabbled under up the pit bank as fast as I could. My hands are claggit, and I got to the top. And when I got to the top, panting, I could see my dad in the distance, and I just made for him. I ran down the hill till I caught up with him. It was only at night when I was in my bed, in the house far below the hill Dick I felt safe again, and I asked Dad for trawy tales. I loved it when he told me the stories. For these creatures of the hill were Gaelic beings. Some of the stories, they can be kind to you, even give you gifts. You can be benefited by meeting them. But in other stories, they could be your very end. Just like being out in the wild. And I begged my dad that night for my favourite story, the story of Sigurd the Gourd. And he told me it. See, Sigurd the Gourd was a man who was very particular about his home and his craft and everything kept very clean and tidy. He loved his wife and his bairns. And he was a brilliant fiddler. So Sigurd was often bidden to go and play weddings and events around where he lived. Now one night at Yule time, he'd gone to play a wedding in a neighbouring village. And after the wedding was done, he was walking home by the fine moonlit night. In the north, just the faintest merry dancers were shimmering against the silver light of the moon. And he crumpet through the snow and ice, all on his own in the hills, till suddenly he had that eerie feeling something else was there. And then, in front of Sigurd appeared this unken-looking peery person. And at first Sigurd was gluffed, he was feared. But then this peery person said his name Sigurd. And he settled. And this peery person was one of the trows he heard stories of. And this trow was so delighted to see Sigurd had a fiddle slung on his back in a case. They bid Sigurd in. He said, come and play for us. We have a wedding, but we have no fiddler. So the peery person let Sigurd to this great big side of the hill with a stone, and the stone opened and they went inside. Like an earthen tunnel they wandered down till they came to this great big room, and it's full of hundreds of these peery folk. Fires are burning around, keeping it cosy. Benches for everyone to sit at, tables covered in mitts and drams. A press lay at the side with cairds on it, trows cairds of ferns of green, and spinning and macking and knitting, but that lay untouched for the Yule time. It's no time for work such as that. In fact, at Yule time, it's the time when the trows have most power of all. So Sigurd came in. He was greeted by all these peery trows, and he sat down and he took his fiddle out the case, and as soon as he set the bow to the strings, they started to dance for him. Dancing and hanking and banking and twanking. Dancing he'd never seen before, dancing all like we do on land, abound the hills. But here Sigurd was under the very hill he'd been walking over, playing for this trowy wedding. They gave him mitt and drams. They taught him some of their own tunes. And what a night Sigurd had. He never had that much fun afore. And to thank Sigurd, they did a dance for him, one where they needed no music. All these peery trows wandered into the room, wearing dresses and sacks that were so long they seemed to trail behind their feet. There's a wonder they didn't trip over. Then they stood in a long line, and one by one, the peery trows jumped into the air. But they didn't land again. They were like ma's in the air, no even needing to beat their wing for the wind to keep them risen. And when they jumped into the air, their dresses and sacks shimmered down, and colours flashed across them, white and green and red and pink. And Sigurd realised he was looking at a dance of merry dancers. And for that alone, there seemed to be the sound like you hear it on a winter's night. It was the most bonny thing he'd ever seen. And after it was finished, Sigurd came to his senses and thought, I've been here all night, my wife will be worried. She was expecting me home for breakfast. So he thanked the trows for their hospitality, put his fiddle back in the case, stunk it over shoulder, and headed back out the door of the hill in Stain. And when he stepped outside, it was blinding daylight. He had to scrunch up his een for it was so bright. He'd been doing in that trowie hum for so long. But anyway, he stamped back home. But as he reached his craft a gourd, something was off. Things were different. His kale yards were neatly planted and grown was kind of sugary. Some of the dickways seemed rumbled down in parts. Even his ain front door seemed faded in his eyes. Then he opened it and stepped in his ain house. And Sigurd was met with 3 faces more unken as that of the trous the night afore, faces he'd never seen afore. An old man in a resting chair by a fire, almost neebing, and a young couple sitting at the table, working, preparing meat. And they all looked at Sigurd and asked him who he was, and Sigurd said, "I'm Sigurd the Gourd. This is my house, this is the craft of gourd." And he looked around his faces, they said, "Well, this is our house." And the old man by the fire looked up at Sigurd with his piercing blue een and said, "There's no been any person by the name of Sigurd here for 100 years. The last Sigurd here went missing 100 years ago at Yule, out to the hills walking home." And that's when Sigurd realised, this cold wash of realisation came, that what had been one night with the trous in their world wasn't one night and worse. 100 years had gone by in which things had changed. The world was different and everyone he kent and he loved was gone. This bit of the story my dad would tell me would always be the hardest part. I would beg for this story, but every time we got here, I hated it. I hated it. Even as a bairn, I hated it. But now, I think I hate it even more. Because I'm not at home. I travel away at home for work, for the things I need to do. And every time I go back home, things are different. There's new things, like new houses are bigot. And there's new faces as folk move to Shetland or babies are born. But the faces I ken are changing, grown older. There's faces I'll never see again. See, in Sigurd's story, Sigurd the Gourd, after he realises 100 years has passed, he just walks out the house because it's no his anymore, his family's no there anymore. And he wanders up to the well or gourd of which the croft is named after, and he just tacks his fiddle out the box. And he stands there and he plays the tune he learnt for the trous. A tune unlike our own ones. It's different. The rhythm is almost unusual. It had to dance to, but he played it hour and hour by that well. And the young man for the house was so worried about the Sigurd. He went out to go and check on him, maybe bring him in, give him some mitt, trying to help him what he could. So the young man walked up the township towards the well of gourd, and he could hear the music before he even saw Sigurd playing. And he approached him quietly. He didn't want to gluff him. He kent Sigurd was upset. But the young man watched as Sigurd's own bow hand started to almost fade in front of his eyes. The colour drained felt like it was going grey, till it started to crumble like dust. It had wind. Then his arm, then his body, his entire being, the fiddle and just crumbled afore him till it's like a pile of ash on the ground. Yet the tune still hung in the air. I am fert of the day up in the hills, but I'm no fert of the night with the trous. I'm fert of the day that I want to have footsteps to walk in, or I'll climb to the highest brow and I want to see my father there. In fact, knew if anything the trows I like a friend or a comfort. Because even when that day comes and I find myself alone, I'll ken they're there beneath me in the ground. And one day when it's my time, when I'm ready for it, when I've lived my life, I'll be like Sigurd. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, to return to the ground I've come fae. As I come by the trolley guards, I stop at the Melbourne Brew. I met a pretty usmal wife as she was gathering Lucky Zoo. "Good wife, you're trang," I said to her, and she held up some for me to see. "I'll care it on my cards o' green and mak a sark for thee. And when thou slip them o'er thy head, they'll seen what none has seen for lang. They'll ken the nuggle by the burn, they'll listen to the filgy's sang. The doors and green now's opening, we'll look thee in, they was a. And there where time gangs dancing by, they'll never want to win awa. Nae need to speak of that today. The sark is neither bed nor skurt." And with that, I sprang across the burn and left her as she stood and glowered. I gaed a stramp or twa power and turned to find myself alone, and nothing by the burn of a, but a grey cricket standing stane.